Pedigree. Numbers 1 and 18. Do you descend from the American blacks, West Indians, Haitians, or maybe Puerto Rican descent, or Mexican descent? Where do you find yourself on this time? West Indian blacks. Is that your father? Your father's from the Caribbean islands?
My great-grandmother was full Cherokee.
Okay, your great-grandmother, but what about the father's line? Because the father carries the seed.
Black.
He was black from here, so you be from the tribe of Judah. That's the tribe that Jesus Christ came from, believe it or not. And I'm going to show you this. Numbers 1 and 18.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18.
I'm going to show you the biblical understanding. Read, come on.
And they assembled all the congregation.
A congregation is a group of people. This technically is a congregation. Read.
Together on the first day of the second month.
Okay.
And they declared their pedigree.
They declared their pedigree. You know what a pedigree is? Yes, your family lineage, your line. Like dogs have pedigrees. You have a pit bull. Yeah. You got Rottweilers. You got Yorkies. Those are 3 different pedigrees. Likewise today, you have white men, black men. You have, and I'm just using worldly terms that we understand. You got Asians. That's 3 different pedigrees. Your pedigree, read that again.
After their fathers.
No, read that again before that. They declared?
They declared their pedigrees.
They declared their pedigrees.
After their family.
After your family.
By the house of their fathers.
See what God is letting us know in the Bible? Your pedigree is determined by your family line. Your family line is determined by the father, because the father carries the seed, right? A black man can lay down with any woman of any race, and that child is going to be black. Right. Likewise with an Asian man, that child is still going to be Asian. You understand me? Just like you could plant an orange in Florida, it's going to be an orange. You can take that same orange in Cuba, it's still going to be an orange. It don't matter what land you plant that seed in. Likewise with a woman. You understand me? So the father determines your nationality, your race. And according to the Bible, the people that suffered the transatlantic slavery, we are the Israelites the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You God's chosen people. That's who we are. Jeremiah 17 and 4. And I'm going to show you that. I know you got time. But we should always have time for God. I know, yeah, make time for God. I'm going to show you this. Come on, read that, Eliezer.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4.
See, we got illustrations to make it easier for our people.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
See that God made us discontinue from our heritage. Come on.
That I gave thee.
Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land.
We have to serve our enemies throughout the South, throughout the Midwest, throughout the East Coast. That's biblical prophecy. You see that? This is an example, an illustration of what actually happened in the cotton fields in the South, Mississippi, the tobacco fields in the East Coast, the sugarcane fields in the Caribbean. We was made to do this, serve our enemies, because we sinned against our God.
My grandpa was picking cotton.
Yeah, your grandpa was picking cotton. My grandmother was picking cotton in Mississippi. Right. You understand that? I've sat down and heard the stories. And we ain't talking about a long time ago neither. You understand that? Still going on to this day. But sister, but you understand why it's going on. That's what I want to bring home to you. It's bigger than that. God's hand is in that. It will be. Very soon. Only once we get our mind right. Once we get our mind right. It's going to happen. I'm going to show you Acts 3. I'm going to show you when it's going to happen.
The only race. Yes, I'm going to show you. Supposed to happen.
It's going to happen very soon.
The book of Acts.
That's the thing about it. None of us don't win. But we know that very soon, the tables will be turned.
I can tell a little bit. Just a little bit now.
You can see a change, right, throughout the years.
Yep, a little bit.
Come on.
The book of Acts, chapter 3, verse 19.
Read.
Repent ye therefore.
That's why God says to repent ye therefore. Meaning stop sinning. God is concerned with his children sinning. You can live your life, do what you want to do, just don't stop sinning. That's all he's saying. That's not too hard to ask. Right? Read.
And be converted.
Hold on. Yeah.
You don't sin. You get put down here.
Okay.
The bad people, they rising up.
You know why? Because the wicked prosper in the world. That's documented in Psalms. Psalm 71, the wicked prosper in the world. Right now is the time of the wicked to rule. The righteous, they're going to have their time in the next rulership.
Music industry,
all that. Music industry, even in the health. Are you in the healthcare field? There's some wickedness in there too.
Right.
You understand that? It's some wickedness in there too. That's all about money, right? What else? Industries. Oh, she already named that. Well, I'll just leave it at those two industries. Government, there's wickedness in all behind the scenes. Come on.
And be converted.
God said, stop sinning and be converted. You know what converts us?
Convert over.
Psalms 19:7. Convert to
what?
God's laws. That's it. Did he say? Notice I didn't say religion, right?
Right. I thought
God's
that's
laws.
what you were
I
gonna
know.
say.
I know. I seen your face. Read what you got for
The
me.
book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7.
Bring it
The law of the Lord is perfect,
God's laws is perfect. Read.
converting the soul.
See that? God's laws are perfect, converting the soul. Thou shalt not kill is a law of God. That's perfect. Thou shalt not steal is a law. It's perfect. You got children? Teach some children, don't steal. Thou shalt not commit adultery. If you marry, stick with your husband. Y'all riding through the ups and downs. Y'all enjoy that thing. Y'all go through that. Don't be so quick to leave your husband. They say that most divorces in the black community is issued and initiated by the black woman. You know that? You know that? Yeah. Are you married?
No.
Do you plan on being married soon?
I do. I want it.
Absolutely. Find the right man.
These men, but how do you find? I shouldn't I look for him? I don't
No, God is going to find you a man.
Absolutely.
He got to be a righteous man.
Absolutely.
But you have to be a righteous woman. You have to be keeping God's laws. You understand? God is not going. Hold on. Let's just talk. Give me that in Psalms 19. Marriage popped up. We're going to deal with it. Yes. Matthew 18 about marriage. Christ said. Remember, my statement was most so-called black women initiate divorce. Statistically.
Oh, initiate.
Initiated, yeah. They the first ones to go to Cook County Circuit Court in Markham, Cook County Circuit Court downtown, and they the ones that issues divorce.
Yeah, we can't do cheating though.
No. Yeah,
These black men, they acting up.
I understand that.
Generation.
I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. Oh yeah, they are a mess.
And you don't know who you're marrying, who you're dating.
Yeah.
It could be a woman. It could be transgender.
You're right about that. You're right about that. But that's why God got certain stipulations to protect us. And we're gonna read that. Come on.
They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away?
Because divorce was initiated with Moses in the laws. So God is Christ is dealing with marriage and divorce. Read.
He say unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives.
See that? Only because of the hardness, meaning the wickedness in man, that God allowed divorce. That Moses allowed divorce. But God, the wickedness in man. But if you go back to the beginning with Adam and Eve, did they get divorced? Did they have issues? Oh, yes, they had issues. Yes, they had issues. Remember? The serpent in the garden?
Yeah.
That was an issue. They had marital issues. But you don't read about them separating. You understand me? Today, the black man and black woman is real quick to separate. I'm talking about they split in their early 20s. Right. One ain't grown and the other ain't grown yet.
I don't think you should get married anymore.
Yeah.
I don't.
And you know what? You might have a case against that. But the age of adulthood, according to God, is 20 years old. So if you want to get married at 20, you should have the understanding of what you're getting into. Right? According to God. Read what you got.
Moses, because of the hardness of your heart,
have some growing to do. Okay, come on.
Suffered you to put away your wives.
Moses, because of the sin in your heart, he allowed you to separate from your wives. Read.
But from the beginning, it was not so.
This is Christ speaking. He said, from the beginning, it's not so. Read.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife,
meaning divorce,
except it be for fornication.
You know what fornication is going into? Adultery. That's the only way that a man can divorce his wife. If a woman step out on a man, he has to divorce her. Because that woman no longer belongs to that man. She defiled herself. That's why before you get married, make sure you understand marriage according to God thoroughly.
Right.
Not according to man.
That's why I ain't got married.
According to God thoroughly. You understand me? Read that.
And shall marry another. Committed adultery.
You see, and if you marry another, you commit adultery. So if you marry and you leave your husband to marry somebody else, God calls you an adulteress. You understand?
He don't want you to marry either. He don't want you.
No, once you get married, that's it. That's it. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Now, he said that if you do get a divorce, it's because The woman stepped out, committed fornication. Remember,
What about if the man stepped out?
that's the thing. He got to repent and get his mind right. But you don't read about the woman unable to lead a man. Now that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow. But the reason for that is because remember Numbers 1:18 about the pedigree, about a man's seed. You got to understand that sex is more spiritual than it is physical. So God understand that something happens when another man produces seed in your woman. That woman is no longer your wife no more because another man's seed defiled your wife.
Right.
So, you know, biologically, lawfully, any way, that's not your woman no more. In other words, like they say today, she's for the streets. That's why that term comes. She belongs to the streets. That's why God. That's basically what God is saying. Read on.
And whoso marrieth her, which is put away, doeth commit.
He goes further. He said that if you marry that woman that was an adulteress, put away.
Read, which is put away, doeth commit adultery.
She also commit adultery.
To scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.